Hey. Okay. Hi. Sorry for the glare. The sun is going down and it's just shining on me, darling. I love it. So I came on here real quick. It's Thanksgiving out there for everyone. Be grateful, have fun, enjoy life, enjoy family, enjoy loved ones, whoever they are. Doesn't have to be technically blood. You know, always be positive, stay strong. Now, I say all these things because, like, I realize certain things we go through in our lives can really bring a person down. And, like, I just finished watching, like, the rapper Takashi 69, and he's going through his own stuff. And, I'm like, everybody has their own kind of step towards their goals in life. Oh, excuse me. Towards their goals in life. Um, but towards their goals in life. Um, but at the end of the day, it's like, as I named this title real quick, know self, because once you know yourself, you know what I mean? Not saying people can't step in and, give advice or give opinions or give their thoughts or see or feel or whatever they need to do to give, because that's God right there. But at the end of the day, the only way we are going to succeed in our lives, no matter what you're doing, no matter if you're a doctor or you're a driver like me or a beautician or whatever. Well, I'm not just a driver, I'm actually an entrepreneur. But one of my main, jobs is driving, and I love it. And that's another thing. You gotta love what you do, and I'm just going off of the train of what I was feeling was, at the end of the day, you have a lot of people out there that really just don't understand your situation. They just don't understand it at all. They can't come to clarity on why you're going through this or whatever. And I realize, like, sometimes they're not supposed to understand it. You are yourself. Yourself is supposed to understand it. Now, it's okay if you want to reach out to people and cry on a shoulder or two, or maybe get a hug, or whatever the case is. Have a little fun, enjoy each other's company. Um, However anyone wants to do it. At the end of the day, we all know deep down inside that we're the only ones that's able to get our self back into a place of prosperity, you know, pursuit of happiness, liberty, and life abundance. Because at the end of the day, nobody else can do it for you. You can get the support, you can get the love, you can get the shoulder to cry on, you can get all of that, but no one else is gonna put you in the spot that you need to be. Seriously. Like, think about it that way, because sometimes our thoughts can just bear off based upon what everyone in the world is saying. And everyone has their own way of saying things too. But my way of saying it is, don't care about another person and what they think, because I realized that was like my little downfall, because I always wanted to, like, I guess, make everyone happy. And I always thought, like, even when I was a young girl, I was like, oh, I want to take care of my family and make sure my family's living good. Not saying they're not living good, but even better to what they're living, you know what I mean? And show them the world or something. But I'm like, you know what? To each his own, and everyone has to do that for themselves. Seriously, like, why am I putting this all on my shoulder? Why am I bringing other people's problems into my heart, my soul, and my mind, when they can't even see their problem themselves? And then you're giving them the the results, the message, the love or whatever, and they're still not understanding it. You know what I mean? And then, like, you got some people that twist things around, twist your words around, take your words, throw it back in your face. You know, they say a whole bunch of things like, oh, she just saying that because she want to look good or whatever the case is. And at the end of the day, see, my thing is, whatever I do behind the scenes, I do it in front as well. Like, my curtains don't stay closed. You know what I'm saying? The only time I close it is when I need my downtime, is when I need to, like, say, okay, hold up. I need to go and refresh, get everything all done up, did up, and made up. You know what I mean? So And with that being said, is like sometimes there's people that really don't know themselves, like they're having an identity crisis, or they're having some kind of issue within themselves that they can't really figure out within their own soul. And then when you hear it for them and you're saying to them like, hey, this could be the issue, like they don't really see it, and don't get me wrong, like when I have my issues, I'm letting my issues be known, because I'm not the type of person to pretend like, oh, like I don't get feelings, or I don't hurt, or whatever the case is. Because I'm strong doesn't mean that I can't go through my own kind of my ups and downs as well. Like we all go through it for a reason. Whatever that reason is, that's between you and God. That's the A-B conversation. So I'm gonna see my way out kind of situation. So, anyways, I'm like, one thing I do understand is that every single day that I go through something and really take it in deeply. And I take it in deeply, not because, oh, I want to be mad at the person or whatever the case is. And I'm very mindful when I take it deeply, because I don't want to take it and then next um get some kind of negative vibe off of it, and then it goes wrong. Like it's not good. You know what I mean? And why I say these things, because a lot of people take what's going on in the outside world and bring it into their inside world, and it's a difference. There needs to be like some kind of boundaries between the outside world and the inside world, and know for yourself that, okay, this is how I like it, this is what I like, this is what I want, this is how I want it, this is what I need, and that's what I need. And if they cannot meet none of these things, then it's kind of like deuces. You know what I mean? And deuces in a nice way. You don't want to ever leave off and like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone has their way, and sometimes people get misunderstood, and they don't realize that they're coming across a certain way to another person, and they don't really kind of read the situation out too well. And that's something that I feel like we all have to learn from, because I have my kind of situations that happen, and I'm sitting here like, why? And still can't get an answer to it, because in due time, God will give me the answer. So why should I sit here and stress? I'm just going to live in the moment and feel good about myself. I look good. I feel good. I smell good. I'm good. I'm truly blessed compared to a lot of people who is mentally putting themselves through hell instead of living in heaven. And it's like, why? And at some point in time, it used to get to my nerves, because I would look at it as like, oh, it's the world's fault, or is this fault? And it's really not the world's fault. It's really ourselves' fault. When we don't get our happiness, or we don't get our abundance and peace, we're like looking for it everywhere else instead of looking for it within ourselves. And then when we get the wrong thing in our life, we're like, why did it happen? Why did it happen to me? Like as an example, I had a situation like I was young, and I'm still on my maturing level of like getting to understand. To be honest, I'm very mature, but I'm still trying to get the balance in understanding, I guess, one person's thought factor, and not allowing it to get to me, because that was my own thing. I had to do it, and I'm putting it out there. And now that I have dealt with it and I've seen it, I accept. First thing first, acknowledge the problem, accept the problem, and understand the problem so you can get to your solution. Because I'm an entrepreneur, and all these things hits the fan, like if I don't know these factors, and use it for my personal life as well as my business life. So so I'm sitting here saying to myself like, okay, I had a situation, that really hurt me to the core, because I didn't realize that I was like allowing it in that much. And that's another problem that I'm like, is cut away like a cancer stick. um Nothing is just gonna, my doors just does not open to anyone anymore after this. It's not. It's done, it's finished, it's over. You gotta show me a lot. Like before, it was like, it was bad, I guess, but it's even more bad now. Like you gotta show me a whole lot before even a freaking eyelid opens to you. Like it's just, I truly like feel like everyone needs to just really protect themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's truly nothing wrong with that, because you don't know who you're letting in, because that's when it gets real serious. And then you're gonna be like, why is all these things happening? And then you're gonna be like, what happened? Where it went left? Why is it going so far left? And you're like, you can't really figure it out because your clarity is gone. You don't want to forget about everything that happened. You want to push everything away. You don't even understand that what you're pushing away is something to make you stronger. So we all have our weak moments. We all have those kind of deep thoughts like, why, what, where, who, you know. We all have those moments. There's nothing wrong with those moments. I don't think so. I just think it's something wrong when you want to be oblivious to it and play games with it and ignore it and just push it away and just really not connect. Connect. I'm looking fabulous, by the way, day by day. And I actually have to do my hair over, but it looks so fabulous still. Okay. So every day someone has their own healing to do, because at the end of the day, like, nobody's gonna really be able to do that for you. And I have never been that person or thought to be that person to say, oh, somebody got to do stuff for me, because I am very strong headed and strong on with handling everything on my own, to the point that I don't even ask for help. And if I do ask for help and I get turned down, it's kind of like, okay, whatever. I already kind of figured that. And it's like, I got God anyway. And when my ship sails and I'm popping now, I just got to remind those people of what they said to me a couple of months ago. Like, oh, did you forget? Like, I asked you for help, and you told me that some other stuff. Like, mm, nah, it's okay. The ship has already sailed, darling. That's why I say, to me, I get along with a lot of people, and it's not really to just be suck up, sucky, and all that other stuff. I really get along with people because at the end of the day, like, we all are connected some way, somehow. We all cross each other's paths some way, somehow, and whatever that reason is to that person and their perspective, they have to figure it out for themselves. Like, I can't be the one to sit here and be like, oh, well, this is it, that's it. I'm just gonna come to you with whatever crosses me, and I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna just let you know, because I speak truth and only truth and nothing but the truth, to help me God. So help me God. I know. I got married to God. Like, I mean, I've always known about God, but God is number one in my life. After, like, realizing, like, sometimes we kind of put God on the back burner, and it's not good. Mm. I'd rather God right in front of me. Let me see the glare, the blare, the everything. See it through his lens and call it a day. Like, I'm not. He put so many signs in front of me before, when I was just like ignoring, like, oh, whatever. Oh, no, no, I'm gonna do it my way. Did it my way, got hurt, got busted up, got broken, got torn up, got all these things. And then I'm like, oh no, I gotta rebuild from ground up. And I built an empire. I don't play those things. So now that my empire just needs the roof, um, I'm just gonna say I'm very blessed and very happy, and I really truly hope that this helps people. I might speak a little bit too fast, but I truly hope something along these lines, like help the person, because the main thing about um having peace, excuse me, having peace, is knowing thyself, loving thyself, and it always begins with self, and never ever begins with anyone else but self. So if no one understands that, I really suggest therapy, Mental disability is a huge issue. Depression, anxiety, all of that is really huge things. Those things, which we could call real evil, can lead you into a place that you don't even want to be in. And I thank God in some way, somehow, that whatever bones I collected, I basically like threw them back into the ocean to let it go away, because it's not happening with me. I'm not allowing that to happen with me. I've reached too far to go backwards and to quit. It's not going down. I wasn't put into this world or born into this world to think about myself. No. I didn't say any. Let me clear that up as well. I didn't say anything about think about yourself only. No. God put us in this world to know thyself like he knows us. Okay? And once we know thyself and we accept thyself, we love thyself, then we can show that same amount of love to the next person. Because sometimes you show that love too, and that person is truly broken. They're showing you broken love, and it's like you wonder why. You asking yourself, what have you done? And technically, it's not anything to do with you. It's something to do with them. Seriously, it's something that they need to fix within themselves. And the only thing I could do is give like hints to it, or just listen to them where they maybe could figure it out themselves. Because I'm that kind of person. I'd rather just a person just listen to me and I figure it out myself, and that's it. So, and getting to know another person is really helpful, because I've been in customer service for so many years, like 20 plus years. And it really helped me to understand other people. Like, we're all different. We all come from something that's a background, a culture, a religion, a language, and it's different. And we need to understand the differences in order to understand the same. We're not all gonna be the same. We're all made different for a reason, but we have common grounds, common senses. We have few things that are common. But what the best part about it is that we all are different still. You know what I mean? We have our we have like the car family. Like, I might have a whole bunch of people out here with the same car as me and we get along, or the same job as me and we get along, and da da da. But sometimes it shouldn't take for you to just be in the same job and the same car to get along with another person. Like, sometimes if the person has this kind of car, you should just get along with them still. And it doesn't have to be like best friends, whatever God permits between y'all, then you should understand from that very level. Like, this is what the level of relationship that y'all have with one another. And there are going to be times where it's not going to be the way how that person wanted or the way I want it right away. And maybe we might be like, sometimes you have certain situations like you want to be like in something with somebody, but then like God wants to show you first something before you even go further, or whatever it is. It just really all depends, because at the end of the day, all God wants for us is to all be happy, at peace, have abundance, have joy, have love, have care, have support, have each other's backs, stay positive. Even if you get hit with negative, you can always find a way to either just decide to say, hey, I'm gonna walk away from this because I can't handle it, or you know like some way somehow, like, feel it inside yourself, because I really can't tell you exactly how to respond to something neither, because I don't want to be the person to be like, oh, she said this about me, and or said this to do this, and next it's coming back on me, when that was not the case. The case is here. The main case is, know who's in front of you, know how to speak to that person, so then you get at least good results. Know thyself. Know thyself. Once you know thyself, you love thyself, then you can love others. exact way and give the same exact respect that that person is already asking from you, because they're already showing you what kind of respect they need. There are some like very controlling people and all that other stuff. As I've learned, the world isn't really as pretty as I really thought. I thought people can actually grow and build themselves, maybe this and that. And I guess I'm not gonna lie, like I guess I was playing God without me realizing it, because I'm like, this is what I feel inside that I need to do. But in true actuality, like I don't have to do anything that I'm feeling. Like I need to really think about me first before I go and put myself in a situation that I have no clue about, or I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, and then if I live with it for the rest of my life, is it gonna be good for me mentally? Because that's the first thing we all should be thinking about first. So I mean, I hope I got what I need to get out there in the open. Um, it's always good to bring things to light and just bring things up the way it should be brought up. Always being true, you know. However you are, it doesn't mean like you're a bad person either. That's another thing I want to say. Like you're not a bad person because because of certain situations. You become not good in God's eyes is if you're going against His laws and commands, and should have exactly already in our soul. You know what I mean? Like in our hearts and in our minds. Like He permitted all of this, and if someone comes along to corrupt that situation, then they're a bad person. They're gonna be dealt with through God. Don't deal with it. Leave it alone and pray about it. Leave it to God and let God do the work. And I'm speaking from experience, so I don't think anybody that's in this world that's speaking isn't speaking from experience unless they're a very fake person. Then I can't really speak for those people. But for me, I'm on the truth side. So the truth serum to this is know thyself, be careful who you let in, know who you letting in, know what you want for your life. If this person is gonna be a good fit for it or not. And then of course, be careful, choose your friends wisely. Like um be mature about your situation. You don't have to fight and argue with anyone. You really don't. I mean, everyone has their way of doing things, and that's fine and dandy and everything. But sometimes, for me, I'd rather just love than fight. That's my choice. We all have choices out here, so I always say choose wisely. Be good, everyone. Whoever is listening, this is all practice for me, but I hope these messages do get out to people someday at some time, on my way to go have some dinner, taking a break. I really feel exhausted, and I'm just trying to get me back to where I used to be. I was in a very abusive relationship, so rebuilding myself off of that is really giving me a lot more strength that I never knew I had, and I thank God for that. Um, all I say is be real to yourself, and the best will attract to you. So have a blessed day, have a blessed night, enjoy your night, and be wonderful. However you want to be wonderful, good or bad, nothing is wrong with it. Just be mindful. That's just what it is. All right. Have a good day. Good night. Bye.